There will be no better feeling in the world to me than the feeling of after a run. That runner's high that you get is unlike anything I've ever experienced in my life. Whether you're doing really hard drugs or smoking a lot of cigarettes or drinking a lot of booze, those things are only like temporary and they're instant gratification. They make you feel good during, but they make you feel terrible after. Whereas running is kind of like the opposite. It makes you feel really bad during, but after the fact you feel amazing and you feel like you really did something for yourself. It makes you feel like you're really on top of your day. It sets the pace for your whole day. Not only sets the pace for your running, it sets the pace for your whole entire day. It makes you feel amazing. It makes you feel really productive. And whereas drugs have the complete opposite effect. So I've been running for about 8 to 9 years now, and for the most part it started in middle school and then proceeded in high school. And I ran cross country and I ran track, and I was really competitive. I always loved the competition side of it. I was gonna continue running in college, but that actually wound up not working out. But I didn't use that as an excuse to stop running altogether. I still ran on my own, and I wound up trying to pursue the training for larger races. So up to this point in my post high school cross-country career, I've ran 2 half marathons and 1 full marathon. All of those races were in Presque Isle, and it's just a beautiful course and it's really flat, so I think it was a good course to start out on. It was a nice flat course. As big of a challenge as it was definitely one of the best experiences of my life. I've always been the type to set challenges for myself. I don't even know if I'm in love with the sport of running. I think I'm more in love with the challenge of it. I've been in this mode for a while to keep setting goals for myself. So after the marathon, I was like, well, what else can I do? And that's when my aunt told me about the DOPEY challenge. And the DOPEY challenge is a Disney-sponsored event, and it's 4 days of running. The first day is a 5K. The second day is a 10K. Third day is a half marathon. And the fourth day, as if you hadn't run enough, is a full marathon. And when I first heard this, I was like, there's just no way. That doesn't make sense. That's not healthy. That's just too much running for one weekend. But the more I thought about it, I was like, I think this is my next challenge. I really want to try it out. I want to work towards it, because I think that's something that could really put a milestone in your running career, is something that intense and that challenging. And I'm starting out small, and I'm just going to keep working my way up. And come January, I'll be running the DOPEY challenge, which is definitely the biggest challenge for me up to this point, especially in my running career. A few days ago was July 25th, and I went on an early run, which is not something I usually do. I usually am not up that early, especially before a work day. And I happened to just get up early, and I was like, you know what, I'll get my run done early. And I felt really good about it. And then when I started running, I started to realize that July 25th, it had been a year since I lost my coach, Larry Cavelli, to cancer. And this was an event last summer that really shook all of us in a very profound way, because he was such a special figure in all of our lives. He was like the face of Moon Track and Moon Cross Country. He inspired so many people, especially myself, because I had a pretty direct relationship with him. He was my coach. I was always in the top group, so I always had a connection with him. So when this happened, it took us all through a very emotional time, and that was sort of the motivation for my first marathon, was to honor him. And the way he coached, he always set challenges for us. So I felt in my heart that I needed to keep setting challenges for myself, because that's what he would want. That's what he would want for me. That's what he would want for all his athletes. This journey of mine I'm always going to be thinking of him and living through his presence. So all those miles, I don't even know how many miles are in the DOPEY challenge, but it's a lot of miles. But every single one of them is going to be for my coach, Larry Cabelli, because he had a lot of meaning in my life, and I appreciated everything he did for me, and I miss him a whole lot because he was a great guy. He was even a better guy than he was a coach, and he was a pretty damn good coach, so you get the idea of what kind of person he was. But yeah, I'm excited to keep working through this training, and come January, it's going to be an exciting time. The DOPEY Challenge.